Alright, so Max has come in pretty matted today, and what I ended up doing was I texted the mom and said we are only doing dematting today, and I said I don't demat, I don't enjoy it, I don't believe in it. And unfortunately he has this entire huge long coat. Doesn't make it okay to demat him, in my opinion, which is why he was mandated to do every 2 weeks a brush out, a bath, a brush out, a bath. Mom wanted to turn it into once a month, and so today we are not going to do a full session with him. We are going to just spend our hour dematting. I've actually already done some of this here, and I wasn't going to record because I'm just not in a really great mood this morning, so I'm going to have to record now because I told you guys a proof situation. So this is all matted here. I've been working it, and you can see I've kind of chiseled some out with my scissors. Not broke, like totally cut it out, but cut through them. And so now I'm just trying to grab some proof here. Like, I'm not sitting here just making stuff up. It's one thing to have a point. So I'm pulling on the skin here, okay? And I'm gonna have to do this to his whole body, okay? You can't tell me that that is not painful. And this poor dog has to suffer through it? No. And I'm not gonna rush, and then, because we do 1 hour grooming, right? I'm not gonna rush this and then do it. After you do all this dematting, you actually have to come back, blow dry the hair, and do it all over again. And we are not doing that today. I'm just very upset. It's not okay. I mean, if this is what we're doing, this poor dog, it's not okay. That's why I say come in. In 2 weeks, you should be coming in. If it's getting bad and it's getting out of hand, you need to just come in. It's not okay. I would not do this to my dog. I would not want someone else to do it to my dog either. So if there's knots and tangles at the skin, you can't just comb through with that metal dematter comb. So you can hear the mat right there at the tail base. See right here? Nope, can't brush that out. You can't just start brushing. You have got to brush every single piece of hair. And you have got to make sure it's not matted first. And matted means a tangle. A tangle could be a big tangle, a little it doesn't matter. If there's mats in there, the comb's not going to come through. Mats are like hair gathered up and tangled up. It doesn't have to be. There's different ranges of it. This whole leg is matted. I'm just so angry right now. It's one thing to come in with a few tangles. Okay, let's just brush those out before we go to the bath, you know. It's another thing to come in where I'm like, shave it down, you know. You can't see it. It's at the skin. You can feel it and see, like here, I can't get this thing through. In the most sensitive areas of the body, underneath here, the skin is sensitive. On the tummy, on the neck. See? Can't even get that through. Can't even get it through. There's knots all in there. All right, you get the idea. Now I'm just going to be quiet because I'm kind of upset and I just want to get the work done. It's like, I'm upset because this dog doesn't deserve that. Max is a really sweet dog, and it's just too much work for one session. It's too painful, and he may not be complaining here, but even the mom said, he tries to bite me when I'm trying to take the mats off. So if that's the case, then I told her, because it's painful. I've already done this side. It's not even done good enough yet. Look at all this. Whole leg is matted, dude. It's a whole mat. Like, I just want to shave it all off. So upset right now. So actually, this is going to be about an hour dematting alone. So I'm actually going to save some stuff for Mom to work on at home. All the legs, I'm going to skip that for now. I just texted Mom a video of how bad the legs are. And then I'm just going to keep on pressing on to try to do some of this other stuff. But I don't demat. But here you guys go. The people that are like, demat those dogs. Okay, here you go. And I'm not going to demat him for several hours, but that's what it's going to take. Do you think it's painful? Absolutely. He may not be making a peep, but this whole leg I can feel is all completely matted at the skin. He may not be making a peep, but I do know by the jerking of his skin, pulling on his skin, I do know it's absolutely painful. How raw the skin will get if I continue. Yeah, it's not cool, man. Of knowing how to brush so you don't brush burn him with all that mats in there. Just poor Max, man. Whole interior of the leg, it's so sensitive skin in there, man. Jerking and pulling at it to get it out. Really? Don't shave it, demat it. Don't shave it, demat it. Yeah, I hear that in the back of my head thinking, are you kidding me? Jerk that skin until it's red. Stupid. Spray that stuff on there, it'll come right out. No. You must be crazy. Doesn't come right out. It's not coming right out, is it? Nope. All that jibber jabber. Blabbermouth. Know-it-alls. Know-it-alls because you don't do what I do. You wouldn't even know where to get started. Max, you're hanging in there, buddy. Doing good, Max. Such a shame. Key is to be forceful but gentle. Stronghold, but not doing any skin damage. While you get all the mats out. How is that possible, man? You know? Alright, I'm going to record a little bit more, but moving the camera around just really, it's not really, I'm not really happy right now anyway, so. You can hear it just like plaque on your teeth. Good boy, Max. You're doing so good, man. So sorry.
I didn't realize it was this bad. But, I mean, if you can just get some of it out, then I will just, like a couple of times a day, I will work on it until I manage to get over it. So I don't want him to go through this for hours.
I know, buddy. I'm so sorry.
You're such a sweet boy. Now, the one thing I have not mastered is that black brush.
This one?
Mm-hmm. It catches when I try to do it, and so I've just gone back to my other little brush that I've used.
Mm-hmm. So right now you can see I'm not using my black brush. I can't.
Right, right.
You have to get, the mats have to be combable first.
Right.
If it's matted and you jerk on, it's not going to come out like that.
Right.
You have to cut them up first.
Right. And that's kind of what I do when I find when I just work on like small parts of it until I can get it done.
I gotta have your head up because they're working me out here.
Or they're not.
Come here, Max. Just hang in there for a second. I gotta have you looking up here.
Excited to come.
And he probably still is very happy.
He was like, I mean, I made the mistake of telling him early that we were coming here, and he just bugged me for an hour because we got. I tried to get him up early so I can feed him before we come and have time to go to the bathroom. So like, we got him about 7:30 and told him we were going to come here. He's just for 2 hours.
I'm sorry, Max.
Where are we going? Mommy's sorry. Mommy hasn't been very good, Mommy. She just needs to make sure we have some time together every day like to do this.
You could feel and hear, like I told the camera, I was like, it's like plaque. You can go tick, tick, click, 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 and it's there. Even if you were, I honestly think if you're blind, you could totally do this job.
Oh,
Because you could just feel and you work it, you know, you don't even have to look at it. You could just feel and see it and hear it. You can hear that.
Mm-hmm.
So down here, how smooth that is?
Mm-hmm.
No sound. I already Dmatted it. Here, you can hear it just trying to cut through the knots. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Come here, buddy.
Baby. Well, his next appointment is early because of the.
Oh, that switch out? So this will work? So it'll work out?
Yeah, if you get some of them out, and then I'll try to work and get the rest of them out, and then he can
Okay.
do the bath and
Okay, the next time.
the next time. Yeah, because it's, what did we change it to, the 12th or the 13th?
Something like
It's real
that.
early.
Yeah.
So it's not as long off as it normally is. And we'll just have a lot of special time together. More than usual. I can't believe it's as tolerant as it is.
Yeah. I can't either, because I know it's not, doesn't feel good. I know that it doesn't feel good. Because I can see the skin being pulled, you know.
Mhm.
There's no way around it, I mean, unless we're shaving it off. But, like, if we're gonna be here, then we need to decide, like, a different haircut. Which we visited that a long time ago. That, or you have to go back to where I'm brushing him in between. It's just too much. I want to help you get all the mats off because I'm going to be faster at it than you, but I don't want to demat dogs. Like, it is not what I want to do.
No,
you know?
I understand.
And this is why. I don't know. I hope you understand.
No, I do understand.
It's
I do.
absolutely painful. And some people would have already brush burned him bloody raw. Like, you see my YouTube channel where I'm showing you what people showed me. If I didn't know what I was doing, I could have already done that,
Yeah.
you know, multiple times.
And that's part of the reason that I am not very
you can't
good at it.
you can't do it for
That
you
I'm not
shouldn't do it for
very good
demating an
at
hour.
it is that, you know, I'm scared of hurting him. And I
These
don't
are the
want
worst areas here, the
pull
neck
on
and the
him.
feet. Okay, we have to scoot up.
Like last night when I was working on the one on his leg and he started yelping at me, I'm like, okay, we're just gonna do a little bit more than that's it. It's hard to be mean to him.
See, look at this. I just cut it wide open. That whole mat. Just imagine, I'm trying to brush that out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, this is a whole mat in there. Okay, I know, buddy. I know. You're doing so good.
Mommy's not gonna be doing that. Mommy's too scared to do that.
Yeah, you can't. Can't do that. I know, bud. Let me see. I know, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Okay, you gotta stop, Max. Look up. No, it's not gonna work. All right, so I kind of want to do a recap on today's groom with Max. Max has been coming here for many years, and I want to say if you haven't watched Max's videos, go way back and binge because there's a bunch. We've been grooming quite a while. Grooming with him is a Dmat situation. It's not always perfect. I have not wanted to do a lot of major dematting on him over the years because it's so painful. And you know, if you watch my channel, I kind of refuse to do dematting. If you have a dog that's pretty matted, I really will just say we're shaving down, and I hope we don't keep revisiting this. It's a very expensive groom. It's expensive because it's a one-on-one groom. It's private. It's usually private. It's about 1 hour long, which not many people can do that. Stop everything and take on only a handful of dogs a day and change your salon so that you can just do one at a time. The income on that is much lower than a groom shop down the road doing 30 to 40 or more 100 dogs a day. Can you imagine the difference? It's quiet here. The income is different. The bills are different. Everything is different, and everyone can't do that. And I have designed my business to accommodate those types of grooms. Therefore, I like to make the call on, it's my business, so I like to make the call on different ways that I groom. And one of the calls that I make is that I don't want to demat your dog. It's painful. I've seen so many, right? We've seen so many over the years that have come in bruised and matted to the gill. So going back to Max, it's been many years. And in the very beginning, he came in a few times pretty matted. And I basically one day said, I'm done. And when I said I'm done, I texted her and said, I won't ever, as a matter of fact, I said it to her face. She's a great client. She's very understanding. She gets it. I told her, she came in and picked up Max, and I said, look, I'm not doing that again. Have I done it again? Yeah, I have. And we've had that discussion a few times. But I looked at her, I was like, look, I'm not doing that again. Next time it's like this, we have to shave him down. We're going to shave him down. I'm not going to keep doing this, right? I was just like, no, this is not okay. And you hear my frustration when I'm working with him and feeling like he says nothing. He just takes it like a champ. But I know that it's painful. I know jerking on the skin. Just imagine brushing your child's hair matted. You're going to take your time. I don't have the time. We do one dog in an hour. We're not designed to do a matted dog for 4 hours. We're not doing it. We're not doing that. So I gave Mom a few options. I was texting her off and on during the whole hour. Until the very end, I even said, here's some options, okay? So the first thing I said was, it usually takes 1 hour. We're booked by the hour here. I'm only one groomer, okay? I said he is extremely matted today. And I was like, today will be a brush out only. I don't do dematting, and this is too hard on a pet. That was exactly what I said. And then you saw the video, so we kept going. And I was like, wow, the freaking legs are completely matted, right? So I emailed her, texted her a video of that small portion. And I said, I'm going to leave the really bad mats for you to work out at home. It's easy 2 hour dematting, and I don't do that. It's too painful. I told her I would keep dematting the entire hour I had him. I worked nonstop. And then, I don't know, about minutes later, okay, so 10:05 down to 10:21, I said, hey, I know I've got an 11 o'clock coming in any minute, right? And I just want to stay working. So I want to continue working the mats so that she can have less to do at home, but I'm not here to do this is not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to cause pain on the dog, right? I'm here to fix a problem with a dog that's been through pain. I'm trying to rehabilitate that, but this is not him. This is not that problem. This is creating painful matted situation, and we're not doing that. And then I finally said, which I don't do this, okay? So I am always bending over backwards trying to help that person, help that client. But you will find if the more you do that, then the more it's expected. So I said, or you can leave him with me until I'm done, but it'll be, 2 hours. I don't do that. I'm not designed to do that. But Max is a really good dog. He could probably hang out here. He just hangs out. He's a really good dog. So in her case, I was willing to offer that. See how many times I itch my eye? You guys, over 15 years of grooming, there's stuff that goes in your eye that does not come out. I itch my eyes all the time. So Max's mom actually came in And you could see I started recording I really wanted to capture how matted the arms were. Like, it's not a joke. I'm not just here complaining about it. I'm letting you know that this is bad. I'm sharing with you, like, this is not like, oh, it's easy. It's not easy. And it's not easy on the animal, which is the key thing here. I can take 10 hours to demat the dog. Who cares? But what is going on with the animal, okay? So mom sat here while I worked until the very minute the next client came in. All I did was focus on dematting. I can usually work out small, minor mats, which are pretty decent mats, but work them out within. So Max does this. You get him all worked in, dematted, bath, dry, and demat all over again. Like brush it all out, fine tooth comb, all that. And I can usually do that in an hour if it's not really bad. I've never worked with him over that. Does that make sense? Unless he's matted, and we've gone way past that. A long time ago, it was a requirement. When that first time happened, I was like, I'm not doing that. We can either 1, shave him, or 2, you come in every 2 weeks. That's the only alternatives. So she did 2 weeks. I went back and looked. 2 weeks for over 3 years, every 2 weeks. One of those would be a groom full, and one of them would be a brush out only. 2 different prices. And 2 different situations. During that time period, he did not come in crazily matted. One time he came in with a little bit extra mats because they had gone on vacation. It was wintertime and da-da-da-da. But it wasn't like today. Today was just the worst of the worst of the worst. In all these years, I was the worst he's ever been. And personally, I was almost going to call and say, hey, you got to come pick him up and work with him, right? But I felt bad for him. I felt bad for the situation. And if I let him leave without working on him, I know that it would just get worse because the parents are not groomers. Like she said here, sitting down, she goes, Dee, I'm not going to dig at it like you do because I'm not sure. She has all the tools, but it's just not the same. You haven't been doing this for 15 years every day or every other day, 6 days a week. So there's a technique that a groomer learns and knows that a pet parent doesn't know. They can go through the strokes, but over time, the pet parent learns. And even just what she said, it just tells you that she's going to be more careful because she doesn't know how to use the tools like I do. She has the tools, she needs to use them, right? So she's going to work out the neck and more of the arm. Like I think the right arm, I didn't, finalize. So I wanted to recap. Half of you guys are not going to listen to all this, but many of you will. Max and I have come a very long way, and the last thing you want to do is cause pain when you're grooming a dog, and then they keep coming back having pain. Eventually that pain turns into what we try to rehabilitate, right? Those matted grooms that are really wild from other places and other situations. So don't cause that problem. Stop what you're doing and be like, look, this is where we're at today. So we're going to see what happens. She's got an appointment coming up in about 3 weeks this time. But she even said when she walked out was, we might have to go back to 2 weeks. And I was like, I'll let her make that call. I'm there. I told her, call me if you cannot get this done. Because, and I told her, getting the dog wet, if you're bathing while this is all there, it's just going to tighten everything up. So thanks for watching. It was a tough watching dematting. I hate dematting. It's so painful. And my body is just like, I feel the pain that I'm doing. The possible, because I've had long hair for a long time, and I remember like even if I teased out my hair and did the hairspray and all that, like it would be, you don't brush that out. Okay, so if you need any of the tools, we have them on myfavoritegroomer.com/shop. The Dmat comb, oh my gosh, it was just so useful today. I cut myself really good on this before, like a couple weeks ago, just moving it around over there. This sucker is sharp and will cut through mats, but you need to be careful. The Dmat breaker, the bristle brush, the comb, all these things are essential in today's groom. The leave-in conditioner spray, it helped the static, it helped keep the hair smooth. It does not help break up mats. I don't believe nothing does that. There's people that are going to disagree with me on that, but I don't believe that you're going to spray something on there and it's miraculously going to be not matted. I don't believe that. So those are the tools that you had to use, and I actually ended up using my short ear, I call it the ear shear on our channel, on our shopping channel. So ear shear, I use that to break through, just cut through some of those mats. Okay, I don't recommend that unless you know how to use shears, but heck, if you're a groomer, man, it made life so easy for me today. definitely pick up your shirts. We got some new merchandise, so check that out on our store. And I appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching DD Core with my favorite groomer on YouTube. We'll talk to you later.